Did you know that EBT card skimming has absolutely surged right here in Wisconsin? It's putting thousands at risk of losing their vital food share benefits. Just imagine it. You're standing at the grocery store checkout, you've got a cart full of food to feed your family, you swipe your card, and your entire monthly balance is just gone, wiped out by an invisible thief. It's a devastating reality, but here's the good news. There are some really powerful steps you can take to fight back. $4 million. Let that number sink in for a second. That's the staggering amount of SNAP benefits a single regional crime ring allegedly stole from 8,000 unsuspecting beneficiaries. They are literally taking food off the tables of vulnerable families. We're not talking about random opportunistic theft here. We are dealing with highly organized criminal syndicates who are actively exploiting vulnerabilities in the system. So, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're handing you a clear, actionable playbook on exactly how to protect yourself, report fraudulent activity, and navigate the recovery process for food share benefits in Wisconsin. Whether you're a beneficiary yourself, a community advocate, or honestly just someone looking to help a neighbor out, this information is absolutely critical. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be looking at the rise of EBT skimming, spotting the scam, a step-by-step reporting guide, securing your account, and finally, where to find emergency food help. Let's dive in. Section 1. The rise of EBT skimming. Understanding the threat. To defeat this threat, we really have to understand the technology behind it. Now, most of our regular debit and credit cards have transitioned over to those EMV smart chips. Those chips dynamically encrypt your data, which makes them super hard to copy. But Wisconsin Quest EBT cards, they still rely on older magnetic stripe technology. Since there's no chip, the data is just static. It just sits there, which basically allows malicious actors to steal a massive amount of benefits with very little risk to themselves. So how are they actually doing this? Well, it comes down to two main tactics, skimming and cloning. Card skimming happens when thieves illegally install a hidden device right on a store's card reader, an ATM, or a gas pump. In less than a minute, they can attach a device that captures your card number and secretly records your PIN as you type it. Then comes card cloning. They take that stolen data, create a counterfeit physical card, and drain your SNAP benefits. And the craziest part? They might do this hundreds of miles away before you even realize a single cent is gone. Section 2. Spotting the scam. Detecting threats early. So what does practical defense actually look like here? The absolute most crucial thing is vigilance at the checkout lane. Right before you swipe your Quest card, just take a 3-second pause to inspect the machine. Does the card reader look loose or maybe a bit off-center? Honestly, just give it a gentle tug. Does the keypad look unusually thick or like there's a plastic overlay awkwardly sitting on top of it? Are there any tiny pinhole cameras pointed down at the keys? If anything, and I mean anything, looks off, do not swipe that card. Report it to the store manager immediately and just use a different lane. Now, criminals are also using digital tricks, mostly what we call phishing. You might get a text message saying your benefits are locked, telling you to reply with your PIN to verify your account. Listen to me carefully on this one. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services, the Office of the Inspector General, and Quest Card Service will never call, text, or email you asking for your PIN. If anyone asks for it, it is 100% a scam. Also, be on the lookout for sudden balance drops right after your benefits are issued or transactions showing up in states you haven't even visited. Section 3, Reporting Guide, Step-by-Step Actions. Okay, if you realize your benefits have been stolen, you have to act fast. We're talking about a coordinated, multi-agency action plan here. You can't just tell the grocery store cashier. You have to trigger the state's official response protocol. Step 1 is immediate account isolation. You gotta stop the bleeding. Step 2 is initiating a formal fraud investigation. And step 3 is filing consumer protection complaints to help authorities actually track down these skimming rings. You might want to grab a pen or take a screenshot of these numbers. First, call Quest Card Service at 877-415-5164. That line is open 24/7. Tell them your card was skimmed so they can instantly freeze your account and get a new card issued to you. Next, report the theft to the Wisconsin DHS Office of the Inspector General at 877-865-3432. They use this data to track down the criminals. And finally, file a complaint with DATCP. That's the Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection at 800-422-7128. If you know exactly which store skimmed you, they can literally send out inspectors to check the hardware. Now, when it comes to getting those replacement benefits, Wisconsin has some very specific paperwork, and using the right form is absolutely crucial. If your benefits were electronically stolen through skimming, you need Form F-03193. Do not confuse this with Form F-00330. That one is only for physical food loss, like, say, your fridge dies during a power outage or your home floods. If you use the wrong form, it's going to delay your whole case. So just remember, F-03193 is your go-to for stolen electronic benefits. While you're dealing with all those forms, you obviously still need access to whatever funds you have left. Under Wisconsin Administrative Code, once you report that your card was compromised, the state actually has to replace it within 5 business days. But hey, if you're in an emergency and you cannot wait for the mail to arrive, you have the right to request a temporary Quest card in person at your local economic support agency using Form F-2260A. Please don't go without a card if you need to buy groceries today. Section 4. Securing your account. Proactive defense. Let's pivot for a second to being proactive. Your PIN is literally your primary line of defense. Security experts strongly recommend changing it at least once a month. And here's a brilliant strategy. Change your PIN the day before your monthly benefits are scheduled to drop. Thieves often wait for that exact deposit date to drain the account, so if you change it right before the money hits, you make their stolen data completely useless. Oh, and of course, never use 1234. Always cover the keypad with your hand and keep that number strictly inside your own household. Now this next tool, it's an absolute game changer. I'm talking about the EBT Edge mobile app and website. You can log in and instantly freeze your Quest card with just the tap of a button between your grocery trips. If a thief tries to clone your frozen card, the transaction just declines. Bam. You can also tweak the settings to block all out-of-state transactions, or even block online purchases entirely if you only shop in store. Utilizing these free security toggles puts the power directly back in your hands. Section 5. Emergency Food Help. Finding support. But what if the worst has already happened and you still have to feed your family tonight? Please know there are safety nets out there ready to catch you immediately. You can dial 211 or text your zip code to 898-211 to instantly connect with local food pantries and emergency meal sites. Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin is also an incredible resource. You can call their Food Share helpline at 1-877-366-3635 for application assistance and emergency food routing. Also, the USDA National Hunger Hotline is another vital lifeline available to you. You absolutely do not have to go hungry while waiting for the state to process your claim. The state definitely recognizes how critical this situation is. As DHS Secretary Kirsten Johnson put it, food share is essential. Members rely on these benefits to keep them from having to choose between using money for food, or their rent, heating bills, or medicine. Having these funds stolen is a massive, traumatic financial shock. If you or someone you know has suffered significant losses here, please don't hesitate to reach out to local legal aid or community advocates for guidance on your specific rights. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. Will you take just 5 minutes today to update your PIN and download the EBT Edge app to protect your household? Empower yourself through vigilance, Change that PIN before your next deposit. Inspect those card readers at the store. And please, share this critical information with your neighbors, your family, and your community. Together, we can shut these skimming rings down for good. Finally, just a quick note that this explainer is intended for educational purposes only. Viewers should consult official sources, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, or legal professionals for personalized advice, especially if you're involved in specific legal proceedings. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and take control of your account today.